Hello, welcome to Đông Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. Working report in October 2020, the Ministry of Finance said that the total revenue of the state budget balance was estimated at over 150 trillion VND. In the first 10 months of 2020, total state budget revenue reached 1,137 trillion dong, equaling 75.2% of the estimate, a decrease of 10.3% compared to the same period in 2019. In which domestic revenue is estimated at 135.8 trillion dong, up by about 45 trillion dong compared to that in September revenue. 10 months revenue is estimated at nearly 960 trillion dong, 75.9% of the estimate, down 6.8% over the same period in 2019. Revenue from crude oil was estimated at 2,000 billion VND, down 130 billion VND compared to September. The 10-month accumulation was estimated at 29 trillion VND as 84.2% of the estimate, down 37.2% over the same period in 2019. The budgetary balance revenue from import-export activities were estimated at about 13.1 trillion VND approximately. By the end of October 2020, the state budget has been about 17 trillion dong on epidemic prevention and support for people facing difficulties caused by epidemics. The central budget has used about 3 trillion VND contingencies to spend on recovering the consequences of natural disasters, floods, and African swine fever. These days, Đông Nai province is bustling with activities of National Solidarity Day. Through the years of organization, the festival has become an activity of practical social significance, not only bringing a joyful and warm atmosphere of residential areas, but also a wide forum for all classes of people. People promote democracy, nurture the block of great national solidarity right from the grassroots level. The task force at Hamlet 7, An Phước Commune, Long Thanh District, has just organized the National Solidarity Day on the 90th anniversary of the traditional day of the Vietnam Unified Front, November the 18, 1930, November the 18, 2020. Hamlet 7 currently has 1,280 households divided into 3 residential areas, 23 groups of people. In 2020, the movement All People Unite to Build a Cultural Life, associated with the program of building a new countryside and a civilized city, will be deployed and received a positive response. At present, the whole hamlet has only 2 poor households. No hungry households arise. The rates of employed workers reach 100%. The average income per capita is 30 million VND per person per year. 99.7% of households meet the standard of literature electricity. 100% of households use the national grid. During the year, organizations mobilized to visit and give 150 gifts, tens of tons of rice to policy families, elderly people, families lost their jobs due to COVID-19. In 2020, the hamlet has built 3 roads of 500 meter long and 5 meter wide with a total cost of 462 million VND, of which people contribute over 350 million VND. The rest is supported by the state. Joe Biden, a Democratic politician reported by U.S. media to have won the presidential election, announced on November the 9th the advisory team for epidemic prevention in his administration. The advisory board consists of 3 co-chairmen, infectious disease specialist, former member of the Federal Drug Administration, David Kessler, former general practitioner Vivek Murthy, and professional of public health at Yale Massillon Nunes University, Smith. The committee will have 10 members from immunologists, infectious disease, and biodegraders to public health officials. The advisory board will help shape the way the new government approaches and address the growing COVID-19 infection and ensure that a safe and effective vaccine is widely available. The announcement quoted Mr. Biden emphasizing that the COVID-19 is one of the most important battles that his administration has to face and that the war will be fought on the basis of the advice of scientists and experts. In the latest move, President Donald Trump on November the 9th announced that Defense Secretary Mark Esper has been terminated and that Christopher Miller, director of the National Counterterrorism Center, has been appointed acting Defense Secretary. Trump announced the move in a November 9th tweet. I am pleased to announce that Christopher Miller, the highly respected director of the National Counterterrorism Center, will be acting Secretary of Defense, effective immediately. On January the 5th, the Pentagon rejected the news that Minister Esper was about to resign. Some sources said that Esper recently disagreed with the president on many issues. Esper was appointed in July 2019. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.